Alright, so there are many tutorials on how to do controllers, toggles, animations, rigging, a lot of avatar stuff that you see out there. But a lot of it is so confusing that people actually, how do I put this, get confused. So I'm going to try my best to make sure it doesn't become confusing like all the rest of the videos that I have seen and a few of my friends have seen. So we are going to go through and we're going to get a fresh controller for, say, my avatar, which I actually already have a controller made up. But when you go to get your fresh controller, you're going to want to go to your VRC SDK right here in your projects, all your folders. You hit that drop down menu, it brings all your folders up. You'll want to go to the examples 3, I believe. And you'll want to go to controllers. Now, you don't want controller hand layer 2, you'd want controller hand avatar v3 hand layers, which is the third one from the left, right here, the one that I have highlighted. So, and then what you're going to do is hit Control D, and it will create a duplicate. So it will be avatar v3 hand layers 1, and what you can do is you can just take it, hit F2, and you can name it whatever. And I'm going to name mine tutorial, just for sake here. And then you can just grab it, bring it up to, say you have your animations folder already, you just drop it right in there. And you can go ahead and just close up all your SDK stuff. So you come to the animations, there's your controller. It's got everything you need already. It's got your left hands with the gestures already put in and rigged up. So you have your idle, which is also which connects to your any state, which then connects to your fist, open, point, piece, rock and roll, gun, thumbs up. So you can put your facial animations, or if you have like a sword that you grab out of its scabbard or something, you can just do it that way too. So now that you've got your controller, you're going to also need to come to your create. So you're going to right click, come up to VR chat, avatars. You're going to need to create an expressions parameter because it's going to be it's going to help with the with creating the parameters for, say, your clothing, for your facial expressions, because it's got everything there. It's going to be the same thing as what your controller is going to be. So I actually clicked menu. That we'll get into that in a second. Let me get the parameters out. So we're going to grab a clean parameters. This is what your parameters look like. Your emotes are already here as, and they're listed as integers, and then the face blend H and V are listed as floats, which would be here, but they have gesture left hand wait. Those you don't mess with, as these will basically control these right here. Now, when you go to do this, say you're making your own avatar that you've got a plain base, and you're going to be rigging up clothing. You're going to be rigging up, say, some some weapons or some sort of prop, anything to give your avatar life, to give your avatar a custom meaning to you, as it's going to be yours. You're going to be using it. And so, what you're going to want to do, I have my armature already open. You're going to come over to your hierarchy, which is right here. See, I got all these here. This is my whole new outfit that I'm working on. I'll get into that in a minute because I'm actually going to be using my avatar to create the toggles for the sweater, the thigh highs, the gloves, It's also got an inner and outer dress, a comfy outfit underneath, so it's not uh, NSFW. But even still, I have a bra and underwear on basically, so everything is good. I won't get demonetized. I won't get um, my video won't be taken down, even though I don't get monetized on YouTube. So it is what it is. Anyway, back to what I was doing. You don't have to have that open. You can actually close that. You can just click here. Now, if you don't have your descriptor, you're going to want to come down to Add Component and type in VRC. It will come up with VRC Avatar Descriptor, Contact Receiver, Contact Sender, Custom Animations, Fizzbones, Fizzbone Colliders, anything that deals with the VR chat. You're going to want the descriptor. See, mine already has it, so I don't need to worry about that. I can just click that off. You set your viewpoint up, which would be just a small sphere. I can actually show you. Don't worry about all those fizz bones. Those are everything. And if you ever want to buy the avatar, the base model for this avatar, there's the creator right there. So that little sphere right there, where my cursor is, that's your viewpoint. Always have your viewpoint in between the eyes and lined up basically with the curvature of the nose, where the bridge of the nose is. You're going to want that. Once you get all your viewpoints done, you get your lip sync done. This is what you're going to want. You're going to want Visine blend shapes. Then you're going to use the body because that's where the blend shapes are. This is all after all the blender work. Once you get all this done, you just close that. Don't worry about it. You're done with it. You don't touch it. You're good. Now, eye look basically looks up, down, blinks. Eye transformation, left eye, right eye. Rotation states. This is what I've got, which is beyond the point. When you come down to the eyelid types, it's blend shapes. You just put in body. Blend shape states. Have look up none, look down none. Have blink as blink. That's all you got to do. And from here, you're going to want to come down to playable layers, which will have your base. I have the locomotion fix. It actually doesn't really do anything. But the effects, since I have effects Sephora, I actually have a folder set up with all that. See here, right here, there's that. These are all my parameters. See, just like this, where these are all your parameters. I'll get into each one of these and what they do when I get to it. So it's going to be a process. Anyway, we're gonna go back to here. I can turn the gizmo off. Now, if you're tired of this whole thing changing, you can actually hit this little lock button up here next to these three dots. It'll lock this so it won't change it anymore. Once you get these set up for your playable layers, go ahead and just collapse that. Lower body, if you don't want 6-point tracking or locomotion, you can just take and uncheck that, leave that checked, and you're good to go. Because if you're using full body, you're going to be sliding around. Now, expressions, that's where the, let me go here. I'm going to close that. When you come to your expressions, we're going to use the expressions parameter. I need to rename that. I'm going to rename it to tutorial. And your expression menus is going to be, I'm just going to use tutorial, but it's going to be whatever your avatar name is. Oh, okay. And I need to put parameters. I'm going to just put par on it, and we're good to go. So once you get your parameters in your menu, you're going to want to take your little menu, and you're going to put it here. And this is going to be your effects, which I would have right here because that's your controller. And when you go to make your animations, you're going to take your said controller and put it here in the controllers at the top of the animate, just under the animator drop down arrow, to help you with the making your animations, your toggles for your avatar, your dress, your sweatshirt, whatever you want to do with it. So since I got the parameters Nika, I actually need to change that name to parameter Saphira. I'll have to do that when I finish here. I'm going to want to take tutorial parameters, which will be tutorial par, and that's how you set up your new parameters and your new menu. These will be when you hit your radial menu right here. The menu is going to be for your radial menu. Your controller is going to have all of your toggles and stuff. But since I already have one set up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change all my stuff back to what it was before. So, of course, I can do Control Z, but all I got to do is I do need to change this to Saphira. So there we go. Expressions parameters are in. I can't tell what that is. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, here it is, right here. See, I also have testing. That's for something else. Okay, here we go. Found it. That's not what I want. See, it's going to be Saphira, and we're good there, so I'm going to relock that because I'm tired of that. I'm going to want the Saphira, but I'm going to also change it to Saphira menu. That way, I don't get confused, because I am a little confused myself, so we're good. And now, we're back there, so now what I want to do is do that, and I want to change this back to FX Saphira. That way, it's going to be using this playable menu. And now, I'm going to also take FX Saphira and put it here. Now, when you go to put your controller in, you're going to also have a thing called base layer, which is where all of your toggles are. Basically, every animation you make, which we're going to get into in a minute on how to create animations, and I've actually already done that with my clothing. This is basically the menus. You basically create your menu by using VRChat menu. Coming up here to avatars, and then you want expression menus, and then you name it to what you want it to be, which would be clothes, props, accessories, whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to be anything I just said. It can be whatever you want it to be. It's your avatar after all. I'm just here to help you out and move you along nicely. So when you're done with creating, say, menus, always, and I cannot stress enough, make folders. Always make folders for all of your expression menus that are going to be basically submenus from what you have here. These are all here. I can actually list these as submenus right here for all of these. These are basically my submenus except for this folder. This is my animations folder, which has every animation, including check state. Now, check state's great for making a dissolve for a certain item. Like, say you want to have your ears and your tail dissolve. Now, when you go into the materials, I can go over that too, but I'm mainly just going over this. What a check state does, it basically is an animation that's invalid. You can literally just make a check state, dump it on here, and add property, and you just type in invalid, and it'll work that way. that'll be your animation right there. So I have my animations for all the new clothing I'm adding to my avatar. I mean, she does look good though. The only thing that I'm going to be changing up, maybe. Well, there's nothing I need to change on her right now. But these are going to be all the toggles right here. All of these. See, I can click both of those. I can turn them on. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Whoops. I'm an idiot. I forgot to unlock the thing. That's why it wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. That's why it was hiding my avatar. Whoops. Yeah, you get to see me screw up too. That means I'm only human. I'm not perfect. I forget I've done something too. So, it's perfect. I am just a lovable ice dragon, by the way. Anyway, so you can turn on and off your outfit, have a good time, change things up. If something doesn't look right, say that there's a little bit of clipping going on, say right here within here, you go into your armature, you find that part of the bone. This would actually be on the arm, not the shoulder. I found that out myself when I was editing my avatar a little bit, and I found that say that I got too much clipping going on here under the sweater. What I'd do is I'd come over here to the arm, hit that drop down menu or the drop down, and then I would take and move that. I would move it around, but I don't need to because it looks perfect the way it is. See, this is all one thing. Everything that's on here that's rigged is all one thing. So everything gets controlled, everything gets moved, everything if it's clipping, it's going to clip. If it's not clipping, it's not going to clip. But you have to size it, you have to make it look good. It is a work of art. Now, what I need to do is I'm going to actually put my avatar into preview mode because I forgot to do this. See, I have to check the elbow a little bit. See how there's just a little bit of clipping there? And we got a little bit of clipping under that arm, but not under that arm. So this is how you can change your avatar without putting it into the play mode here, which then you'd have to fix that later on. So now, what I'm going to want to do is, that's the right shoulder. By the looks of it, it's actually the right arm. And I can just do that. Oh, hold on. Let me do that. Now, I do need to turn the sweater off because it's also affecting this shoulder strap right here. See how there's a bit of clipping there? So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to, whoops, that's not what I wanted. I want to come down here and then, is that the shoulder? No, that's the arm. So now I just take and do that right there. And then I come back down to my sweater and we'll see what happened. And of course, the sweater still has massive clipping because I think it's the shoulder that I now have to move. So we can just grab this, do that. We're going to close the arm up. We're going to check the shoulder. Whoops. Why is the heart off? The heart doesn't need to be off. And since there's a heart there, that object actually allows me to zoom in real close. See, just like that. and we're good to go. I can back out, and now we need your outfit, and we're going to just do that. What that did is move the whole shoulder a little forward, and this is just basically showing you small things on how to oh right, I need to actually pull it a little bit outwards. So this is gonna, I'm just showing you how to, oh that's not right, is it? Yeah, that's right. But why is that clipping? Okay, hold on. Oh, there it is. So I need to come back here, come back to the other side. I can make that 100. Whoops, 1,000. Nope, not 1,000. We're good. Okay, so some editing is required, and that's fine. But, see, I don't get why it does that on this side. Oh, I see. Because it's pulled too far forward. Now, instead of coming up here to this little bar to just change to the arrows, hit the W key. And that works just the same. Alright, so that's good. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to actually turn the hair off because I need an actual look. You see that? That's actually going to be fine. I don't know how I can fix that a little bit better. See, she's really pissed off right now because I also turned off her hair, but that's fine. But the hair is going to actually work wonders on concealing that. And I need to go back to your outfit. Bring it back. Wait a second. What is the numbers for that? We have, holy heck. I'm going to change that to 06. I'm going to leave that at 0025. And this is going to be the same as this position. Okay, so now negative 06, just like that. 025. And I believe, there we go. It is now lined up exactly with the right shoulder. It looks good, and I think we're done with the minor editing I had to do. So now that you've got your editing done, you've got your positioning done, your rigging is done, let's get into the fun of creating animations. I love the animation department. What? I can't say that? Animators hate it when you say that? Well, they could sod off then, because I do love the animation department. They are the least appreciated people in the world, and anybody who works in the animation department, keep up the good work. You all do wonderful jobs. And now, let us close up all of the armature, going to the hips, going to the armature, and now we have just our little toggle. So we can bring her out of preview mode, so she's good to go. But I do want to take a look at the sweatshirt or sweater again, because I forgot to fix the elbows. See, the clippage on the elbows is just a little. I can't believe I forgot the elbows. Oh dear me, what am I going to do? We're not going to the animation department just yet. We're going to go down to the elbows, open it up, and We're on the left one. So this is the trick. Oh, hold on. I think I scooched it too far. Control Z, because I think it's only maybe a one click. There we go. 1, 2. So it's a twoer. Okay. So now we can just close up the elbow, close that up, close that up. Whoop, not chest. We need the right shoulder, right arm, right elbow. We come down to our favorite little part. Whoops, I did too far. 1, 2, done. See? All done. No more clippage. We looking good. So now we can bring her out of preview mode. And then we can just do this. Close all that. Now you see your animator. Yay, this is fun. You're gonna love this part. This part is the greatest part. You grab all of your animations, depending on how many you have. You bring them up to the whatever your avatar name is. Mine is Nika, not safe for work, of course, but I have things turned on so there won't be a chance of anything being shown. And we drop it right in there. Now, I always come over to the animator, I bring it all the way up, and we have, what is this? See inner on, why are these? Wait a second, I don't think I can. Okay, I can do underscores. That'll work. Okay. C underscore inner dress. See, sometimes I actually have to rename or put the name in place. So, boom, just like that. How many are there? Okay, this is the thigh highs. Okay, so I know what I need to do. C underscore not thigh highs off, and we're going to actually take. No, I got an idea. We're going to do that. We're going to Control C. We're going to come here, and then we Control V, and then I can put on. This is going to be C underscore outer dress. I'm going to just name it that so I can Control C, and then I'm going to put the word off on it to make it match its animation. So this, I just do this, Control V, and then do on. Now we got all of our stuff named. We're going to want to put it in a position where I can get to it easily. So I'm going to put it all the way over here. I'm going to line them all up with the animations that are next to it. Do not have them highlighted or they all move, and that's the last thing I need. So now I just come here, put the outer dress there. See, each one of these sits in its own box. The on and then the off and then the on just sit in its same box. That way it doesn't look too confusing and everything looks organized. So there we go. My animations are always in this kind of setup. We have my not safe for work stuff here. We have my facial animations here. We have clothing, props, toggles all here. So now that we've got that done, you're probably wondering what's next on the list of things to do. Well, that's why I'm here to tell you what to do. You come here, you're going to click on your avatar name, whatever it is. It could be whatever your name is. It could be, I don't know, whatever your avatar name is. Just, you click on it, you come here, and you see how all this stuff is right here with C period. That is everything you need. So the comfy, let's start with comfy off. So this is going to be the fun one. This is going to be the easy one. See, what I can do is I can take and automatically turn all those off. And we can come up. See, what it's going to do is it's going to bring my avatar down to just under this line, this baseline right here. See, there's the preview. But you're going to want to hit this little red circle, and then when this box is red, you're recording your animation. So what you're going to do is you're going to click it off. See, I have clothing on, so there won't be any nip slips or anything like that. So now you just click it, check it to where it's off, and then you're done there. Now you could be cheap and you could be easy with the thing, and I can do that. I'm just going to show you. What you're going to do is you're going to take and highlight these little squares in your animation play. By the way, let me show you what second I use. I always go to 1 second over for when I do the animation, because it's going to be just a constant play, even though I don't need that. I have it just as a fallback in case I screw something up. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that these are blue. And you just bring it over, Control C. Since I'm doing comfy off, yeah. You do that, and boom, game option, C comfy. And we bring it to there. We can just do this, bring it over to 1. You can do Control V just to bring it up, or since you already have it on, you just click it off and then click it back on, and it's set. You don't even need to worry about hitting the play button because you're done already. You have your comfy stuff set up, which will help you in the long run. Now, if you're doing multiple things that are different, yes, you're going to need to hit the little circle button. But since I'm doing basically just these, I can keep the comfy clothes on. See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the gloves. I'm going to toggle them off and on real quick. And let me do that. And you just click that off. Now you come to click on, but since I still have it selected here, boom, done. And then done. I want to actually take a look at the gloves, make sure they look good. I'm seeing just a little bit of clippage there at that thumb. I can fix that. Make sure if you're going to edit anything while it's in this mode, in preview mode, do not, under any circumstance, have the record button going, because it's going to record that it's going to record the motion that you just did. So I need to go to, what is that, the left hand thumb. See, this is why I check things as I go. I know, I could be moving on, I could just leave it for later, but I'm kind of anal and I can just do this. I can break this video up in 2 parts if I wanted. But when you get to your thumb, I believe. Oh, right. Put that back to where it was, because this is what you're gonna want to do. You're gonna want to actually grab your thumb pieces, which I have labeled as your outfit 2, your outfit 1, and it's I don't know why I did that, but okay. There we go. So now you have the full thumb right here. So now you can do this. So you can now, where is the, oh, it's underneath. I think that did it. No. That should do it right there. Ah! No. Don't worry about the bound box. Oh look, it's done. See, when you get to a certain place on the avatar, you can't see it. So it disappears, but it's good. Okay, we're done with the editing. Now I'm going to need to fix the thumb 1, and then we got to put this back into thumb 2. Boom, boom, boom. Done, 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 done. Just close up everything as I go. Close the armature. And now the gloves are done. So we can actually close that down. See, the brawl isn't going to be on this outfit because it's got a sweater that I can wear with it. So I don't actually need the thing active. Oh wait. Why? Okay, it's in preview mode still. I'm a dingus. There we go. Okay, so this is basically how you're going to do this for all the rest of that. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up real quick. So we're doing inner dress off. Gonna bring it in. Click, click. Done. Just do that. Get it on. Get it on. Done. Outer dress. And then you just click, click. Oh, yeah, no, that's off. Click, click. Outer dress on. That's fine. We do this. Oh, that's supposed to be on. I got to click it twice on the on for that. Now we're at the sweater. We're going to just click up here. Hold on. Did I do the inner dress as inner dress? Yes, I did. Sometimes I forget if I've done something as the right thing or if I did it the wrong thing, and then I gotta go through and redo it, and it's like, Okay, so we're gonna click that. We're gonna click that off. Now we just do this. See, my avatar is now just clicked, and I need to come back to the sweater, click it on. There we go, it's on. Make sure that these are right. Okay. Now thigh highs, that's the last one I gotta do, and then we're gonna get into creating the animators or the animation settings in the animator. So we're gonna have a good time. I'm telling you this one right now. This is all the fun of it. So now what you do is you just make sure. Let me finish up here. Just boom, boom, And we're done. Now you come down to there, click that, turn it on, and it's on and done. So everything is set up prim and proper. Once you have all your animations done and all your clothing toggles and stuff done, let's move over to the animator. The only thing left to do, you can now bring it all the way up because this is what you're going to need to work with. In my case, I'm going to need to create a little thing, basically a sub layer for where the clothes are going to be. And I'm going to have this outfit that I just created just above the holiday outfits. Even though I could move all the bunny outfit up and above it, but I am not going to do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come here. Oh wait, no I'm not. I'm not going there. I can do that just for now. Go to the dragon, I believe it was. Yeah. And I want the name of the outfit for the thing. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Throw the V in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there it is. This is basically going to be where the outfit sits. I need to find said thing. You can keep bringing it up, and it's at Christmas top, so it goes here. Oh, and one other thing, I'm going to get into this real quick too. See how these are lit up? They're set to weight of 1. The sub menus, however, are set to a weight of 0 because they don't matter. So I need to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to make 6 layers. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to Control C, Control V. I'm going to Control C. Basically, I'm going to be creating the layers by doing it this way because it's easier that way. And when you go to create, you basically hit this plus, it comes up. For me, it's Control C when I come here, and then Control V when I come to my animator, which is right here where my cursor is. God, this video is running long, but that's fine. Alright, I'm pretty sure I have a program that I can cut it in half in. Did I create gloves? Yes, I did. So, see, it's gonna, instead of a period, it's gonna be underscore. That's fine. And now we go here, we do this, and we're good. Now, you're probably thinking, how are you gonna move them all up? Oh, you gotta do it one at a time. Oh, that put it above the your, okay. Now, I usually do this before I start moving. That way I can just scroll down. Make sure your weight is set to 1. So you just click this little cog here. You can grab this little bar, bring it over, but I find it easier to just click this box, set it to 1, and you're good to go. Just like that, don't touch anything else, and you're really good to go. And boom, done. So I now have everything but the comfy set up to be at weight 1. It's now set there. We can close that. Oh, I put it right at accessories. Christmas poncho. I'm gonna move the gloves next. I'll put it at bunny suit. See? I'm gonna move the thigh highs. Oh, I put it at cuffs. See, as I move everything up, it's moving everything else down, so it looks like it's not taking too much time to get it up there. See, I'm at collar already when I come to the bunny outfit, which makes everything so much easier. And now we just do that because we're at bunny ears. Oh, don't do that. No. There we go. Okay, so now when you're done with moving all those around, or you're just making it, or you're starting out, this is how you want to do it. This is how I do it. You can do it any which way you want. That way you can use it the way you see fit. See, that's going to be C_comfy, but here it's going to be C comfy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to come here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I got to scroll all the way down, delete. Because when you're done creating your layers, which basically are the playable layers, you come over to your parameters. Now you're going to have a drop down menu, and dear God, I'm going to have to do this stuff real quick so we can do those. Wait, no, that's on. Those are off. Those are off. So, okay, so we're good there. So if I were to put it into playable, it would come up with just her being in her bra and panties with her ears and tail and everything else that isn't checkmark, that isn't set to be default on. Well, that's not on, so we're not going to worry about that. But it's these two that I need to worry about. These are set to default off. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked again. Hold on. Okay, so float, I'm not sure what that does. Integer is basically, say, like skin change. Let me go ahead and come to the skin change. When you do like different skin types or different, like a hoodie design or something, you're going to want to use integer because you're going to have your base. See, I have nude skin. Basically, there's no dragon scales. Like if I come over here, you're going to want to set it to equals to 2 equals 0. I don't know why that's listed as... Oh, wait. Duh. I do know why, because that's the last one in the set. Nylons is second, or is the first, because this is set to 0. And then this is set to 1. And this is set to 2. We'll get into making them in the actual expressions menu. When you... Oh God, I can't even think of how I want to word this. Basically, when you go to make all these, everything has to be named. It has to have its name lined up. So, skin change has to be named skin change under parameters, and it has to be listed the same under animation parameters. Because if it isn't, it's not going to work. So, I don't need that. I need this. So if I have this as skin changes, but this is skin change, it's not going to work because it's looking for skin changes, not change. So that's how that works. And since I'm here, I'm going to show you how the setting the juice say, because these are all the same. These are integers, so this is 0, 1, 2, 3. When you go to make it, you go here, you find your parameter that you created for your parameter. So mine in this time is juice integer, which is int, and then value set to 1. Juice off is set to 0, and you just go through, get it done that way. That's how you do that. So when you go to make your parameter here, you have integer, you have bool, you have a trigger. I am still vague on these two, but this one I do know. And I can do this. See, it's going to be comfy there. Now, I'm going to come over to the parameters. I'm going to lock that window, and I'm going to add, but I'm going to only add the 1, and then I'm going to go see. See, it's going to say c.comfy. That's what I want. That's the way you do it. So now I can do one of two things. I can move this up to above the Christmas, or I can leave it right down here underneath the nuggies, the single nug or the plate of nuggies, which is basically the food. I should put these up by the Jews, but you don't have to have these in a certain order. You just don't. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back down to the layer. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to Control C, enter, parameter, create another bool, Control V, done. And so forth. That's how you do that. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to make the toggle. We're going to get into the crux of what most people have a problem with. And it is making the toggle. So when you use an integer, you're going to need the any state, which can sit in the menu. The entry for an integer is always going to be 0. So you're going to always, if it's a prop and you want it off by default, always use 0. Use the first thing you use in that you created. So if it's off, you use that. You don't use anything else, because then it'll have it as on, and then you'll have to figure out how to turn it off. So we're going to go ahead and grab we don't need this since we're using a bool. It's only going to be the comfy. Oh, I'm on the sweater. Okay, so we're doing sweater first. Your outfit. See, I'm going to want sweater as default off because I already have a default outfit on. So we're going to go and put the sweater on. And then when you're good, when you have them in, see, this is how I set it up. I always set it up with entry at the top, then the off. You make your transition, you drag it down to your on. And then when you're done there, you drag the on back to off. And now you don't need to have that locked. You need this window. You need right here in your inspector, you need this window. This window is a must. See how you have an empty in the conditions? Left hand gesture, we don't want that. That's not what we want. What we want is c.sweater. That's set to true. That's what we want first. So, and then you come to has exit time, you uncheck that, you zero that out, and you're good to go. Now, if you had a dissolve, such as a weapon that you just want to like pull out of thin air, then you'd want to have the check state, which I can show you real quick. In fact, I can actually do it with the wings. See, when it comes to the wings, for my dragon wings, this is basically how it's set up. You have your check state, which is your invalid, and you make sure right default is off on all 3 of these. You have this one, if this is going to be the off by default, set speed to -1. And then you make sure you have this all set to wings and false. You would set it up in the parameters as basically a bool. But then you would take your check state and go there. Then you would have this set to true. Have this all zeroed out and unchecked. But when you get down here, this is where things get a little tricky. You would think to uncheck the duration. No, don't uncheck duration. Leave that as is. And then you could do your transition duration at different speeds. You can do it at 1.5, or you can have it as fast as you want at 0.5, so it just comes in instantaneously and it's fast. Me, I like to have it where it looks almost like it's magically coming in. So I have it set to 1.5. But always make sure you have right default off when you're using a dissolve, because then it'll mess up something and you don't want that. Anyway, back to what we were doing. We were doing comfy sweater. So once you get this all done, you have C sweater set to true. You come over to the other lovely arrow that's going back to the word off. You do the same thing. Just zero it out. Then you come down, hit your little plus icon. You come over gesture left. And then come down to C sweater, but you don't want it to true because it'll keep cycling on and off, on and off, on and off, and it's just going to be annoying. Make sure you set it to false using this drop down arrow. And that is how you do a toggle. The toggle is the easiest thing you can ever work with. Most people have a heart attack, most people freak out, most people don't know what the heck they're doing, they don't think they can do it, but that's why I'm here. And when you're finally done, say that we got everything all done, we got it all taken care of. And since I already have, I believe, sweater already in the parameters, do I have sweater in the parameters, or is it just comfy? No, it's just comfy. So, say we got everything set up. I'm just going to add that. I'm going to come here. I'm going to do this. It's sweater. It's set to bool. Your sweater is good. Now, what you're going to want to do after that is you're going to need to make a menu. So you come up here, because you're in your clothing menu. You bring your menu up, and I'm going to name this your outfit. And this is how you're going to do it. So when you come here and to make your outfit, you literally just have to add controls, and it's going to say new control, new control, new control. You can have a total of 8, and which is just the right amount for me. I actually only need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I only need, I only need 8. I don't need the brawl. I need the puppy boots. I'm gonna need the I'm gonna actually use the panty thong for the underwear, or I could use the lingerie panties, but it doesn't matter which one you use. It's all good. Anyway, that's beside the point. So what you're gonna do is when you come here, see, this is where things get even funner. You have it set to a toggle. There you go. And I'm going to control V. It's going to be C sweater, just for my sanity's sake. And then you come down, as you have your drop down menu, like so, and you have C comfy, C sweater. Sweater is done. It's already ready to go, and we can actually inspect it in the inspector. So I'm going to come down to the parameters of the animator, and I'm going to put it, and I hope to God this doesn't crash. Okay, good. Alright, so we have the sweater, and the sweater toggle is on, and that's how you do it. That's how you make it. You can toggle it to make sure it works. Now, you can't toggle the thing until you get into game to see if it's going to work, but if you have everything labeled as the way you've done it all the way across the board, you will not have any problems making any more toggles. You will actually find it a lot easier. I know this video ran a little long. Most people make short videos because they want to speed through, but I like to take my time. I want to be the teacher of one of the easiest things you can ever learn. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and bring her out, and I'm going to control S so I don't lose any of my progress that I've made. So, I hope this helped you. If you have any comments, concerns, leave a comment below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can get notified when I have new videos up, if I ever get around to making any more, which who knows. Or I upload something from, say, Twitch, because I do stream there at Ice Dragon 351. That's my Twitch, and I hope this video helped you out. Have a great day.